Are you looking for ways to improve leveling and your quality of life in the early access survival crafting game Nightingale? Well, stay tuned for 5 quick Nightingale beginner's tips that could make your foray into the Feywilds far more enjoyable. With over 120 hours spent playing Nightingale, another of the great new survival games on PC, I've found a few more basic but very important things that I wish I had known when I started playing Nightingale. Here are some of those tips in no particular order. Use the world markers. With all the realm jumping you'll be doing in Nightingale, learning maps is something that, well, just isn't possible. Thankfully, Nightingale offers 2 different types of map markers to help keep you on track. The more useful of the 2 marker types is the world marker, which, when applied, adds a visible waypoint in your in-game view. These markers are great for when you get ambushed and spun around, or even when you have to make a quick trip back to your respite abeyance realm to unload some ore, stone, or other harvested material. More useful is the fact that these world markers are shared with your entire party, so it is easy to join up with someone who is already out exploring a realm, as party members are not always visible on the Nightingale overworld map. Don't be afraid to use items. If you're like me, you have a tendency to not know the right time to use add-ons, infusions, charms, or other enchantments for gear that you're only going to be replacing, so what happens? You end up with a metric ton of bottled buffs and trinkets that ultimately go to waste. Don't be like me. For a number of reasons, really. But for the conversation at hand, don't be a buff hoarder. Remember, Nightingale is a survival crafting game, meaning that anything you find or receive as a reward is something that you can craft or harvest on your own. Feel free to experiment with the different potions, and early on when you happen to receive a charm or an enchantment or an infusion, apply it to your gear. Enjoy the help these useful and, most importantly, recraftable items can provide. Speaking of charms and enchantments, apply your charms and enchantments. After upgrading both your tools and wardrobe at the simple upgrade table, Nightingale players will be able to apply enchantments and charms respectively. Charms are passive upgrades that can be applied to your clothing in Nightingale. While a little less exciting than the enchantments, when stacked up, these buffs go a long way to making you feel more powerful and resilient. The material cost to recreate these powerful tools is surprisingly cheap, so when you inevitably forge new and better armor, reapplying your favorite combination of character boosters is relatively easy. Enchantments on tools in Nightingale serve to provide a magic-based ability to aid the bearer in one of a number of different ways. Some Nightingale enchantments protect, others provide a buff to the equipped weapon, while others cast a damaging trap. Oh, and some even restore the many forests that will meet their quick end by the edge of your NPC companion's blade, so thank goodness for that. Help your companion stay focused. Take their tools. Whichever tool your Nightingale NPC companion has actively equipped will be their primary focus. If they have a woodcutting axe, they deem their sole purpose in life to be the unmitigated destruction of all things oaky and leaf-bearing. A pickaxe will ensure that at every sandstone your buddy will stop and whack away at something you probably do not need. In our previous Nightingale Beginner's Tips video, we discussed that switching your NPC's tool between an axe and a pickaxe could help you with your material gathering efforts. However, sometimes you just need your AI-controlled Nightingale teammate to just relax. If you've got one too many bumps in your head from your eager NPC dropping trees on your noggin, give them a knife. Going out for a nighttime excursion, equip your NPC with a torch and a knife. With an NPC equipped with a knife, they are able to defend themselves and have a tendency to stay close by and help defend you, rather than do their best Paul Bunyan impersonation. The last item we have on this Nightingale Beginner's Tips video is always know what you've got in your left hand. A lot of your time in the early access survival crafting game Nightingale is spent either chopping trees or mining rocks and ore. Both tools needed to accomplish these activities are two-handed tools. Another frequent occurrence is while you're minding your own business, mining or chopping, a group of enemies decide to ruin your fun day out. Since your trusty axe or mining pickaxe is already in your hand, you start fighting the enemy, only to be suddenly thrown from a high cliff. On your descent, you reach for your left-hand action, only to discover that the last item you had in your left hand was a torch. At least you were well lit when you fell and busted your ankle to right? Always pay attention to what you have in your left hand, even if you are using a two-handed tool or weapon. I cannot express the number of times I was able to save myself from a 10+ story fall because I had my umbrella equipped while fighting with a pickaxe atop a Fey tower. Whether you're using a one or two-handed tool, my suggestion is, when up high, always have the umbrella equipped. When inside or low to the ground, a healing potion is always a great way to get your realm walker out of a bind. I do hope there was something in this video to help you enjoy Nightingale as much as I have. As we continue to explore and to learn more about what the Feywild realms hold for us, these Nightingale tip videos will get more in-depth as we cover the more intricate systems in this surprisingly complex early access survival crafting game, Nightingale. If you happen to find anything useful, or if you just want to show your love for Nightingale, a quick thumbs up or a hit of the subscribe button would let me know that I'm not alone in my obsession for this incredible game. Thanks for stopping by, Grade A Gamers, and I hope to see you out in the Feywilds.